Right. Welcome, Pick-3 at a Glance family. Give me a minute here. I got to get set up. All right. Come on, YouTube. What is it doing to my video? What is it doing here? Okay. Okay. Send the live up. All righty. Welcome, Pick-3 at a Glance family. All righty. Welcome, Pick-3 at a Glance family. I don't know if everybody's going to get a notification because this thing saying I'm doing this live on the 5th of June. So I don't know how that happened, but anyway, I'll figure it out as we go. Okay. Welcome. Welcome. Let me get my other. Welcome.
Now they're filled with that type of vile, disgusting shit.
Okay. I don't know what you can say on YouTube, but that wasn't me. That was somebody else using a little profanity. I really don't use it myself. As very little. When I was young, coming up, if you said lie, it was a curse word, and your parents was on your head about it. So I learned fast, quick, in a hurry not to be using profanity. Lie was a bad word when I was coming up. Yep, the word lie. We couldn't even say lie when I was coming up. Now they say everything and anything. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Welcome, everybody. Setting up lives are a little difficult, especially when you got eye surgery and stuff. It makes it hard for you to see. But basically, I'm Mo Money Terry from St. Louis, Missouri. But now I'm over here in Illinois because I had eye surgery and being nursed to health by my daughter. And so I'm a little slow on some things because I'm trying to make sure I see everything correctly and making sure you all can see what I'm seeing. So a Pick-3 at a glance with a home and no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no grizz, no flips, and no multiple different rundowns. And also on this live, I usually won't engage into the chat until the end of the video. I'll kind of keep it moving. My main strategy here is to get everybody into the winner circle. It's going real well. A lot of subscribers are sending me winning tickets and calling me and letting me know that they're doing real well in their states with the Pick-3 at a glance by actually tracking the actual 1,000 numbers now. And I'm feeling good about that. So it's really working well. You can't help to me but know what's going on when you're tracking your own numbers for your own state. I've done a lot of tic-tac-toe, date sums, rundowns, and things like that. But I was always felt off because I never knew when I won what numbers I would play again. But now with Pick-3 at a glance, I always could build me a bucket list of numbers that I always had readily available to play because I knew what was going on with those numbers before I played them. So I'm in Illinois, so I've been tracking Illinois evening draw specifically. And last night they had the 119 to come out for Illinois. So that's the one I used the 111 rundown on any of the evening winning numbers that come in. All right. So welcome everybody. If you're new here, I pretty well start from scratch for beginners, and all you're gonna have to know is one rundown, and this is 111 rundown that you need to know, and it's very simple rundown to use. All right. So I have to find something here right quick. Okay. So we're gonna start with the 1-1 rundown. 1-1-1 rundown on the 119 that came in. Here you go. Let me get darker. There. Let's see. It's the 1-1-1 rundown. And the 119 came in Illinois evening draw. And all you do is add 1 to the 1 and you'll get 2. 1 to 2 you get 3. 1 to 3 you get 4. 1 to 4 you get 5. 1 to 5 you get 6. 1 to 6 you get 7. 1 to 7 you get 8. 1 to 8 you get 9. 1 to 9 you're going to get 10, but you only use single digits in lottery math. So you don't use the 1 on the left hand side, you use the 0 on the right hand side. You're going to get the 0, and then 1 to 0 you're going to get 1. And you do the same here. Basically, all you're going to do is count down until you get to the 9. You're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you're going to do the 9 quite naturally is 10. 1 to 9 is 10. You just use the 0 and you do the 1. Same number at the bottom you get at the top, you add it correctly. Same here, since 1 to the 9 is going to give you 10. You just use the 0 and just count straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and your 9. Same number at the bottom. You get at the top, you add it correctly. So what I do, I have 22 numbers that I do this exact right one out of those 1,000 numbers. I got 22 numbers. I do the 1-1 rundown on those 22 numbers, which I call base numbers. Okay, base numbers. And those base numbers, with the 1-1-1 rundown on it, gives you all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations. All 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations. Okay, so when you do that, one of these base numbers, if it's a double or a single, will always be in this rundown of those 22 numbers, which I'll show you. Okay. So, and you automatically, as you start doing this, automatically know what the base number is. Here, I know that the base number is going to be the 022 right here, and it's going to show as 022 on the master sheet. 022. All right, so you're going to go to the master sheet, which is strategy number 1. You're going to look for the 022 in the columns. You got 22 columns, and you'll find the 119 in the master sheet, on the master sheet. It might not be in the same formation as the 199, because this 199 can come 3 different ways on a double. It can come 119, it can come 191, and it can come 911. On doubles, you could come 3 different ways. All right, so we're gonna go to column number. We're gonna go to the 022, and it'll tell you what column it's under. Okay. 022 on the doubles. This is the doubles here that I have organized, which I call OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with a budget and play responsibly to win and get in the winner's circle. So we're going to go to the 022, which is column 8 of the doubles. There's only 10 numbers on the doubles. And you're going to go down to column 8. And there it is, 911 on the very bottom down here. 911. Very simple. What you're going to do with that is you're going to mark it off or circle it. I usually circle it. And if it come in again through the year, I'll mark it off or in the same month, I'll mark it off. Okay? And bam, you're done with strategy number one. You got that done. And like I said before, the same way here's the singles. It's 12 of those. 12 singles. And with those 12 singles, they can come 6 different ways. Just like the doubles come only 3 different ways. And when those singles, you have each column represents 60 numbers. Each column represents 60 numbers. So 12 times 60 gives you 720 of those 1,000 numbers you can look at a glance on 12 little columns and know why you're playing your number at all times. You'll always know what numbers are due and what columns are due. That's the key to tracking and winning. You have to know why you're playing your numbers. Again, you got each one of these columns can come 6 different ways. You got 12 of them. 12 times 60 gives you 720 of those numbers you can track and follow at a glance. Okay? 12 of those numbers you can track. I'm live. Okay? Same way with the doubles. So you'll see how easy it is for PICK-3 at a glance to track your own numbers for your own state. You won't need to do the tic-tac-toe, date sums, and the grids because they mostly set up after the numbers that came in and hindsight. Here, you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers to know what's going on with them. You got 10 of the doubles. All right? And with those 10 doubles, they only come 3 different ways. So you got 10, really, and well, you got the triples can only come one way. So you got 9 of the doubles can only come 3 different ways. So each column represents 30 numbers. So 9 times 30 gives you 270. Okay? So you got the 270 plus the 720, which is going to give you 990. And the 990 plus the 10 triples can only come one way. 990 plus 10 gives you all 1,000 numbers at a glance. That's why I call this PICK-3 at a glance. Okay? You'll always know what's going on with any double you get ready to play when you're tracking them off the columns. That way you won't have to be guessing what's going on with those numbers. Okay? And that's why I say no grids, no root sums, no tic-tac date sums, no tic-tac-toes, no multiple different rundowns, because you're looking at all that in here. You're doing all that as you tracking the actual numbers to see what's going on with them. So you can add value to the combinations that you're playing because you're actually looking at what's going on in your state. Your numbers are not going to run like Illinois' numbers. Midday numbers are not going to run like evening numbers. All those draw numbers are going to run differently. And you basically have to track each draw to know what's going on with all those numbers to win, to get in the winner's circle. Some people have been telling me they never tracked numbers before and they never been winning before, but they say it's the first, I've had to say this is the first time they won all year. Because they're starting to track their own numbers in their own state. Okay? So, like I said again, each one of these at a glance, you got 30 numbers on each column, which gives you all the doubles you need to look at. The 270 plus the triples. All right. So we're going to go to strategy number 2. The importance of strategy number 2 right here. 1119 came out. Okay. So you got 2 separate pairs. So 2 separate numbers. So you can have 2 separate pairs. These are the pairs, single pairs. You're going to mark off the 11 here at a glance, and you're going to mark off the 19. You'll check it off because it already came out with a number this month. At a glance, you know that. I just put a little check by it when I do it. That lets me know that this is the first time the 11 came out, and the second time the 19 came out at a glance. It lets me know that the first time the 11 came out this month, and the second time the 19 pair came out at a glance. That's valuable to know. All these here that's in red are the pairs that did not fall last month. Working with the law average, I'm watching these pairs to know. I'm not guessing what pairs to know what came out and what has not came out. I know what has came out. I'm not guessing in my state what pairs haven't played for the month or the previous month or the month before that. So when I want to working with the law average, if I get a pair that's 90 days out, I'm picking that pair up when I win instead of just running different strategies to figure out what number to play. I know what pairs to play. Working with the law average, those pairs will show up and come out. You have to know what has played to know what to play working with the law average. All right? Now here, let's say you get a double, a single to come out, which comes 6 different ways. You can come, let's say it's 1, 2, 3. You got 3 separate numbers, so you're gonna have 3 pairs to mark off. You're gonna mark off the 12 that ain't came out, going on 2 months already, and the 13 that ain't came out in 2 months. All right, and you're gonna have the 23 that it's not a red on it, so you'll mark it off. See, because if I was looking at now, pretty much, I can look at some numbers that might be feasible to play. I know the 12 and the 13 ain't came out almost in 2 months. I can say I'm play 1, 2, 3 because I see that by law average, them 2 might made up and come out. I can strategize. I can build a skill set. Or I see that the 1, 2, 3 and the 14 ain't came out. I might play 1, 3, 4. But you just have to, track to see what your numbers are actually doing now. Don't just hop on a number. If if you got a gut feeling about the 1, 2, 3, play it. But don't jump on and off of it. You're gonna have to stick with the numbers. I stick with my numbers 60 to 90 days, but I have a budget that I play with. And if the numbers come out of my budget guide, I just miss it. But I know sooner or later my numbers that I'm playing will be showing up. Oh, I don't know what the guy is talking about. I'm not even interested in what nobody's saying I'm doing. I bet I'm not really interested in that. You won't find nobody been using PICK-3 at a glance other than me. So I don't know nobody. I don't use nobody else's strategy but my own. What's that? Nasty. That's all I can say. I'm not going to harp on that. But I don't steal nothing that belongs to nobody, and and I don't claim that. There's too many people. I've been here. I only been here a year and a half, and some people that I even tried to give my strategy to because I didn't know nothing about YouTube. I didn't know anything about them, about how to do it or anything. They wouldn't take it. Now they're gone, a lot of them, and I'm still here. So, and I'm not saying that I'll stay here forever, but my strategy is good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You only get the truth about me with my PICK-3, and you can track for yourself with my strategy. Seriously, I don't have to steal. It's nothing to steal, really. I'll show you how to track all 1,000 numbers. So how can you steal something? It's nothing to steal. None of them showing you how to track all 1,000 numbers, and you for yourself. Okay. And so, and I know Deion Stanley. I watch it. I watch his stuff. He's a good guy. I'm not going to say anything about his strategy. I'm just trying to get us in the winner circle with pick three at the glance strategy. That's all. That's all I really want to do. And I got proven tickets to show that I win. And I also now I'm having my subscribers sending me tickets out of the gratification and thanking me that they're winning also. So it is what it is. And I'm not going to say anything about anybody. I'm just going to talk about this pick three at the glance strategy. Let you use it for yourself and let me know how you like it. That's all. That's all. I mean, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I love everybody. That's all I can tell y'all. Because we all got our roads to travel in life, and we don't know how that road gonna be. It's been people I wish I had it like, and today I'm glad I didn't have it like them. Because I've seen people be at the top, come to the bottom. And I've seen people at the bottom go to the top. That's the bottom line in life. That's all life. I'm lifing. I'm too busy lifing to trip off of what everybody else doing. That's it. But anyway, and where I was at here is if you got three separate numbers, you're gonna have three separate pairs. And I don't even know how I came up with this triangle myself, so I know I ain't stealing nobody else because this. I just knew I had to track single pairs. I've been doing this for 30 years, and I wasn't happy with how I was playing to be successful. And I always like being the best at what I do. I've always have been that way. And so I said, I got to figure out how to track these pairs because that's a one key to helping me get in the winner's circle. So I came up with this triangle and I said, can I get all of 1,000, all the different pairs of the 1,000 numbers to know what pairs have played and what pairs have not? So I'll know how to play what pairs are left working with the law average. That's what this whole strategy is based off of. I ain't no pie in the sky. Ain't none of that, because when you start tracking these numbers for yourself, you're going to see the numbers run randomly. I don't get upset when people say, well, you can't, it ain't going to, it's only one, they all run random. They telling the truth. These numbers run random. You get 1 in 1,000 odds every day. Also, the law average is a law. Out of those 1,000 numbers, you're going to get at least 365 or less maybe, depending if a number comes twice, of those numbers, of those 1,000. That's all you're going to get out of the 1,000 numbers. So you have to use the law average to your advantage to add value to the combination of the numbers that you plan to play. Other than that, I would say just go buy some pick ticks, but quick picks, because that's about as much you're going to win. I ain't going to tell people to just play a whole bunch of different numbers and hold on to them because it can take. I got numbers in Missouri ain't failed in 16 years, and it's only three. The 192, the 160, and the 574, and they still ain't showed up. That's why I don't mess with the pick fours and the pick fives and all that different things. That's all luck. That's all luck. Okay? Because anything over pick three, you can't really track for yourself and see what's going on with with those numbers. These 1,000 numbers, the only one that with pick three at a glance you can actually track and see what's going on in your state, and that's all. That's where I put all my energy and my money because I can track them and I can see what's going on with them. And anybody that's got something to say they're gonna hit every day or all these numbers going to different states, once you start tracking, you're gonna realize them numbers don't fall like that for yourself. It'll be a good awakening for you. Yeah, I don't do pick. People ask about pick four. I just tell them, there's other channels that deal with that and pick fives and stuff. There's no prediction. You can't go from state to state and say because certain numbers are playing in certain states gonna come to your state unless you got a method of tracking and see what's going on in your own personal state. There's no one strategy that fits all states. None. And you'll start seeing that if you use pick through at a glance and using it. Now, like I was saying, we got three separate numbers. Now with the triples, that's one thing when I made this triangle, I couldn't figure out how to track triples with it. Then I said, oh, I know, I'll just make sure I mark off the double because it's only got a single number, which on the triple would be like single zeros, single ones, single twos, and stuff like that. So I said, okay, I'll just mark off the double twos if triple twos come in, or the double ones if double ones. That way, I won't miss marking that pair off and not take it and be taking it over to the next month thinking that it hasn't came out. See, and then I know something is off here. See all these zeros that ain't filled, didn't fall last month. The double zeros, the O 02, the O 03, the O 05, and the O 09. You can catch things like that. And see what I did here that I had a big payday is that 38 pair in 2022 didn't fall for 128 days. The 38 pair didn't fall for 128 days. And I'm like, man. And I added that to my bucket list of numbers to play. Why I'm knowing why I'm playing my numbers. I had in my mind 38 pair ain't filled for 128 days. So when you win, you want to pick up that 38 pair. So what I did with that, I wheeled it. And you're going to see that a lot of my lives and video are pretty well consistent because it's one single strategy that does fit all states because I'm tracking all 1,000 numbers. You know, so it can't help but fit all states. My strategy. Okay, so here it's the 38. Okay, 38 pair. Didn't fall for 120 days. Okay, so I willed it. Well, 28 days, but I'd use 120. I work evenly, and so I wheeled it. I call this wielding the number. And I wheeled it, and I ran it as 380, 381, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386, 387, 388, and 389. All right? When I wheeled it like that, I played, I got certain, stick with a budget. I played these 50-cent box. Okay? Or any order or whatever y'all call it, a combination order, whatever you call it in your state. So I played that and I loaded up on this 385 because as you build your strategy, you're going to be able to build a skill set that certain numbers you just going to know would have a better chance of coming out than other numbers. So what I did, I knew that 385 had a better chance and I loaded up on it. And it gave me a better payday. Okay, and it came out like that. That's what you're looking for. You're not guessing while you're playing your number. You know, like I said, if a 38 pair ain't failing 120 days, you can't get that with the tic-tac-toe date sum grids and the other. I guess it's got to be 100 or 200 different strategies and rundowns out there if you're not tracking all 1,000 numbers. Okay. Now, another one that they have out here, they'll just tell you, I was looking on single numbers. They say, well, if a single number ain't played in so long, add that to your numbers. How am I add a single number? I need to know what to do with that single number when I do find it. So I came up with another strategy here. I took 3 columns from 0 to 9, all right? And those 3 columns from 0 to 9, the 3 columns from 0 to 9, I said, okay, that gives me the PICK-3 numbers and what position those single-digit numbers would fall in. So, like I said, it's 119. I'll mark off the 1 on the front, the 1 in the middle, and the 9 on the end. So whatever number comes in, like if it's 1, 2, 3, I'll mark off the one on the front, the 2 in the middle, and the 3 on the end. So at the end of the month, what I say, I'm building a strategy and a skill set at all times. Every time you use this sheet, you're gonna know something and learn something. At the end of the month, whatever single number I don't mark off, I know where to play it. I know how to play it. I'm not guessing what's going on with the numbers ever. So say for instance, this 9 don't fall on the back in June here. I'll carry that over to July. And right now, my daily play, because I have daily play numbers that I do play consistently enough to win. 927 is my birthday, and 927 didn't fall Illinois evening at all. Okay, when I went back and tracked and got all my data consolidated, I realized in Illinois the 927 didn't fall at all. All right, but the 927 not falling, when I go into July and I know the 9 didn't fall on the back here, I'm going to play 279 and 729. And that's how I win. Because I know where to place my digits when they ain't showed up. And I'm playing a number with that digit in it. Okay? That's how you get in the winner circle. That's how I get in there. And what happened here, there was a big payday for me. As I did this strategy, I realized working with the law, sevens didn't fall for 2 months on no number. The first month I looked at it and I had marked off 7, which is not uncommon. You know, you can get a whole month where a single digit don't fall at all, a whole month. So see what I'm saying? Bouncing on and off these numbers. So I said, oh, I must have missed something. I just knew in my head I had to miss something because I was almost toward the end of let's say this is July, and I didn't mark off no sevens in July either. So I'm like, wait a minute. No sevens played in 2 months. I knew I had to figure that triple sevens was going to come out. And triple sevens, I played 7-7 front, 7-7 back. I wheeled the double sevens box, and I played triple, head loaded up on triple sevens, and that was a big payday. And it came out. Sevens came out. I mean, it was almost. And if they did come out another month, they was cheating on me. For me, they would. I ain't never seen nothing. No 3 months. So you can gauge just about how long it'll take your numbers to start falling when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. You can't do that on no other strategy if you're not tracking all 1,000 numbers. You just can't. You can luck. You can have luck, but luck runs out. I don't play for luck. That's why you don't hear me say good luck, because I know if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, ain't no luck involved. And you playing with a skill set, and you playing responsibly, and you tracking the 1,000 numbers and using the law average to your advantage. I don't feel that I'm having luck. I know that I'm playing my numbers and why I'm playing them. And if I miss them, I know how I missed them. I know what column I missed them off of. I know how long the number was out. I know how long it takes me to hit the number pretty much. But they all run randomly. Nothing's going to change that. There's no rhyme or reason to the numbers running randomly, especially 1,000 of them. Okay. Then I came up with strategy number 4 here. Tracking the front pair and the back pair, which to me was paramount to winning. Knowing what front pairs and what back pairs. This is a yearly sheet. I had to know what front pairs and back pairs didn't fall all year. And so you got this 119. See, I see here that the 11 on the front hadn't failed this year yet. So at a glance, I got that in my head. I can use that as part of my winning strategy. And the 19 on the back, see, it hadn't failed all year either. And any of these pairs on the front or the back, to the left, I can build a winning strategy from that because I can make those pairs up. I'll know how to use those pairs toward the end of the year. My best winning time of the year is November, December, and January. Even though I win throughout the year, I win the best because I can load up on the best numbers to play toward the end of the year in my state because I know what numbers are left working with the law average to play. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. At the end of this live, I'll be doing a Q&A. That works better so I can stay consistently and hopefully keep everybody on track and get everybody in the winner circle. And I don't do much chatting, but I do have subscribers that, been with me a long time. I can answer some of the questions for you as we go along. And I'm pretty confident they got it down and they'll answer correctly. But if they don't, I'll be answering questions at the end of this live if you can stay on, or put it in the comments, and when I upload the video, or you can email me at Mo Money Terry money Money Terry Terry at gmail.com, all small cap, or go to my comments, and I'll pin up all my contact information. And it says for beginners, PICK-3 for beginners, and I give you all links to all the beginner videos to help you get started with PICK-3 at glance if you're new on here. Yeah. So how I won here relating to triples, other than the 777s that I hit, all these singles, all these doubles here on the front and the doubles on the back. I don't play triples till the end of the year if I play them, depending on what these doubles tell me on the front and the back. If a double ain't fell on the front and the back, depending on what double that is, that's the triple I play. In 2022, double eights didn't fall but one time in January, the 1st of January. And then it didn't fall no more on the front or the back all the way up to pretty much December. Okay? So I knew by the law average, and I know 3 triples come out on a year on the average. I knew by the end of the year, triple eights would be good to load up on and to play. So I started telling my subscribers, okay, triple eights is in play. And so what they did, we loaded up on triple eights, and it was a good payday for them and a good payday for me, because no 8 had fit on the front or the back. And if I was looking correctly, no double 8 was played, period, for about 2 months prior to that. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you build a skill set and a strategy for your own state's numbers. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that just looking at just certain rundowns. You have to be looking at all 1,000 numbers to build a skill set. You can say, and they say patterns. See, PICK-3 at a glance, you ain't looking at patterns. You're looking at how the numbers are trending. You're looking at a trend on what's going on with those numbers, not a pattern. Patterns can change from day to day, but trends are pretty much consistent. Like, if an 8 ain't played on the front since January and an 8 ain't played on the front or the back up to December, the trend is 9 out of 10, them 8's going to hit. Working with the law average. Because law average, you're going to get 3 triples on average a year on each draw. But that's not necessarily true now, because last year in Missouri, we only got triple zeros on evening draw from my tracking consistently. You'll be able to memorize stuff. And midday, you got the triple zeros and 2. That was only 3 triples for both draws for the whole year. So I know people that played 777s last year like they was crazy. Wasn't a triple in sight on them 7s. But I pretty much, like I say, I wait till the end of the year, but I pretty much knew that them 7s wasn't going to hit, because I knew tracking my 7s front and back pair on those 7s had already hit. And when you get to the end of the year and you see a front pair and back pair hasn't hit, and this is what gets me into the winner's circle. Let's say a pair, the front pair and back pair. Example, my brother's birthday is 5-2 pair on the front hadn't played, and 2-7 on the back hadn't played. And his birthday is 5-2-7. So I picked it up because I knew that it didn't fall the whole year of that year either. So I picked it up and I played it. And then on his birthday, it was on a Saturday, I loaded up on it. And it came out exactly like that, 5-2-7. And that was a good birthday party. It came out exactly like that. So that's why it's imperative on this yearly sheet that you do, you want to know toward the end of the year what's the best pairs to play on the front and the back. Any number that you track and you're looking at playing. It's going to add value to the combination of the numbers that you're playing. because you're not guessing why you're playing. You know why you're playing those numbers. You know you're working with the law average. You go play the numbers that ain't played. When you before this or coming up with this, if a number fell like a lot of times in a year, like say, let's say I'm gonna use 1, 2, 3 because it's easy to say 1, 2, 3 fell 5 times in a year. And man, I say, ooh, I'm gonna jump on that 1, 2, 3 because it's coming. It's coming hot. It's hot. You jump on that 1, 2, 3, it might not show up for the next 4 years like that. I'm telling y'all. I told you I got 3 numbers that ain't showed up for 16 years. 192. No, I'm sorry. 160, 574, and 192. Yeah, 7 years. But some, I think that yeah. Let's see. Have any of them hit yet? I haven't been keeping up with Missouri. Trying to think if that was. I know the 160 ain't failed. I know that 574 ain't failed, and I don't think the 192 has failed either. So and that's going on. And that was 16 years. So it's going on 7. You got a PICK-3, and you think you can hit PICK-4s and PICK-5s? You can be good, lucky if one PICK-4 number come repeat a year. Or PICK-5, and especially with this wild ball now, stuff that they got going on. I'm telling you. So this is a yearly. And what I do toward the end of the year, I look to see what pairs ain't failed. And like that. Now, I got to, so you can really, really get the value of the PICK-3 of the game strategy. I have to show everybody, especially if you're a beginner, to understand mirrors and flips. On a lot of channels, you find out that the mirrors and the flip numbers are being used interchangeably as one, as the same thing, meaning the same thing. So you have to know the difference, because there is a thing called mirror and they are called flips. And the difference between the two, from the number 0 to 9, you add a +5. And for flip numbers from 0 to 9, you add a +3 to the single digit number. For example, 5 plus 0 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, 5 plus 2 is 7, 5 plus 3 is 8, 5 plus 4 is 9. Fairly simple. So they say they mirror opposite or sister numbers of each other. So 0 is a mirror of 5, 5 is a mirror of 0, 1 is a mirror of 6, 6 is a mirror of 1, 2 is the mirror of 7, 7 mirror of 2, 3 the mirror of 8, 8 is the mirror of 3, 4 is the mirror of 9, 9 is the mirror of 4. Say for instance here, like the 0, 1, 2, the mirror of it would be 5, 6, 7, for example. 0 is the mirror of 5, 5 is the mirror of 0, 1 is the mirror of 6, 6 is the mirror of 1. 2 is the mirror of 7, 7 mirror of 2. Because if you played this 0, 1, 2 and a lot played 5, 6, 7, they just mirrored your number. Just played the opposite number what you would be playing, a mirrored number, a sister number. That's what they call it. Same here. 1, 2, 3. If you play 1, 2, 3 and a lot played 6, 7, 8, they just played the opposite number what you was playing, or the mirrored number. Or if you play 6, 7, 8 and they play 1, 2, 3, you're going to notice that a lot when you're playing. Okay. Now, if you play 1, 2, 2 and they play 6, 7, 7, they mirrored your number and they played the opposite of what you was playing. Or if you play 6, 7, 7, they played the 1, 2, 2. They played the opposite number. Because you see here, 1 is 6, 6 is a 1, mirrors a 1, 2 mirrors a 7, 7 mirrors a 2. Or if you played triple zeros and they played triple fives, they just mirrored your zeros and made them a 5. If you played triple fives and they played triple zeros, they just made your fives and made it zeros. So in essence, that's all it is. If you took that 1,000 numbers and divided it in half, and the top half is triple zeros to 499, and the bottom number is 500 to 999. They just played the opposite. If you played this top number up here, they just played the opposite on the bottom. Or if you played the bottom, they just played the opposite that was on the top, or the 1,000 numbers. Now that makes sense. I can strategize dividing the 1,000 in half, and these numbers here would be top and bottom automatically of those 1,000. top and bottom. But here, I just want people to understand that flips is totally different. I don't do anything with the PICK-3 at a glance in teaching that, but you need to understand because if somebody's on YouTube say a mirror and they ain't in a +5 to it, it's not a mirror, it's something else. But flips, you add +3. So +3 to 0 is 3, 3 to 1 is 4, 3 to 2 is 5, 3 to 3 is 6, 3 to 4 is 7, 3 to 5 is 8, 3 to 6 is 9, 3 to 7 is 10, but you just use the 0, 3 to 8 is 11, but you just use the 1, and 3 to 9 is 12, and you just use 2, because you only use single digits in lottery math, or doing anything with lottery. That's why, they do date sums, and they sum all the numbers up to get one number. Everything is summed up to get one number in lottery math. Because if you have 1, 2, 3, 1 plus 2 is 3, and 1 plus 9. Let's say 2 and 9, whatever number. This 2 and a 9 is going to give you 11, but you won't use both 11. You won't use 11. You'll use only the one of the ones. They'll sum everything up to equal a single number so they can use it in lottery math. That's all they do, which I didn't understand it, but now I do. But the reason why I don't use flips, it wouldn't be applicable to the PICK-3 at a glance strategy anyway. The reason I don't use that is because this here don't hold true. This holds true to me. You got the top numbers, bottom numbers, easy to divide. Triple zeros, 499 is the top numbers. 500 bottom numbers give you all 1,000 numbers. Here, they saying that 3 is like I did when I just counted down. But see where this 4 is a 1 and 1 is a 4. Then down here you get an 8 is a 1 and 1 is 8. I can't make sense out of that. I can't explain that. I can't tell you how to use it where it be logical and make it easy and simple for you to get in the winner circle. I can't do that. So that's why I just stick with the mirrors. And that's the reason why that's imperative with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy here is because each one of these columns mirror each other. The doubles and the singles here and the doubles on the other side mirror each other. Mirroring is going to be very valuable to you playing in your strategy. Okay? Going to be very valuable. Okay? So here, what we have here, I'll take it in the center here. See the 018? The mirror of it is 563. See that 563? The mirror of it. The 129, the mirror of it is 674. See here? 674. The mirror of 230 is 785. 785. The 341, the mirror of it is 896. 896. 452, the mirror of 452 is 907. 907. This whole column, they mirror each other. Reason being, as you tracking out through the month, and you carrying these numbers over from month to month, from column to column, it's imperative that you know what numbers and its opposites hadn't played, because working with the law average, if you see that, let's say, this 024 in play and its opposite, which is 579, hadn't played, you want to play those two numbers. If you see that this column ain't hit in 3 to 4 months, and you planning to play this column, you definitely want to play the number and its opposite working with the law average, because 9 out of 10, one of those numbers is going to come, especially if they ain't played in 90 days. See, any of these columns can take 30, 60, 90 days. If any of them come 30, 60, 90 days, that's in 30 days, 90 days, that's what, a fourth of the year? Better? That's why I say you can't jump on it. Well, this will teach you not to jump on and off all them numbers trying to hit. When you're tracking your own numbers for your own state, you'll see that. I used to do all that stuff, looking for the next number the next day, just burning up money. I got a budget. I stick with that budget. I don't care what come out. I stick with my budget, so I have money to play when I want to play. A lot of times you're gonna be in and burned all your money up, and then when the number come out, you're gonna miss it because you fell off of it because you didn't have enough money to play. And pretty much, I've been so a lot of people ask me, well, what's a good amount of money to play? I usually play around $3 a day. But again, like I say, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and at my age, I don't chase women no more. So I just don't. So I got a little chump change to play with. So yeah, that's it. I mean, you want to see what you want to track. Now, what you have to do, like this is a June sheet. When June is through, after you do your tracking, you're gonna make a July sheet, and you're gonna track these numbers, and usually you'll know what numbers are due and what columns are due. You're gonna know. You start being able to build your own strategy, your own skill set for your own state. And if you track it evening, do just evening. If you track it midday, do just midday. Don't combine the numbers on this sheet. Now, don't combine midday and evening on one sheet. You should have, if you're going to do midday and evening, you should have two separate sheets. One for midday and one for evening. I pretty much say just do one starting off so you can get the swing of it. Because I do midday, but it's certain things I'm looking for on midday. I'm looking to see if a double hadn't fell on the front or the back. Or I'm looking, really what I do, if I track midday, I'll see what number hasn't failed midday or evening. And I make that my number that I'm playing midday and evening. I'm not playing a whole bunch of numbers on midday and a whole bunch of numbers on evening. That's how I play it. That's how I do it. Okay, let me think. I pretty much covered everything. $3 to $5 should be your budget, pretty much a day. If you know, that works for me. Okay. Now, let's go to the live Q&A. Let's see. Judah, number how? I don't know. I don't understand the number how. What you're asking here. I don't know. Understand that. Hold on a minute here. Alrighty, bear with me a minute here. One minute. Okay, here. All right, we got this is a Q&A. I'm going to upload this video, but right now I'm doing Q&As for anybody got any questions. But numbers, how I don't understand what the Judah numbers, how I don't understand that. Columbia, PICK-3, Florida. Welcome everybody. Thank you for the comment. Stank Nasty, is that what it is? I guess Stank Nasty. Thank you for the comment. He say, and then I will say, Stanley, who's it? Dion Stanley. If he knows anything about my channel, he knows I'm not stealing anything. Ain't nothing compared to my channel to his. So maybe he just said something to make you happy, I would guess, as far as stealing anybody's material stuff. Let's see. We had 334 yesterday, and my grandfather lived Hollandville, Missouri. Oh, okay. All right. Cool Cal. Okay. Oh, I'm doing good, Cool Cal. When you get up in age, you realize, well, I mean, other than physical health, it's pretty much what you make it. And when I don't feel good, I just tell myself over and over, I feel great, I feel great, I feel great. And sooner or later, my body catch up with my mind. Because this man, I don't know what the body is doing, but he keeps saying he feel great. So let me make him feel great. I do. I use that. I feel great. I feel great. That's exactly what I use. I say it over and over. If I'm not myself, I keep telling myself I feel great. I feel great. I feel great. And whatever is bothering me clears up throughout the day. Okay. All right, everybody. Don't see no other comments. There's people still on here. If you got any comments you'd like to ask, any questions, we pick three at a glance. It's my strategy is relatively new, but it's relatively simple too for anybody. I can teach this to anybody in 30 minutes. And I do private counseling. I can get you set up. I can send you the sheets out in PDF for you to understand. Okay. Hey, hey. I got mine. Okay. All right. Any other? Okay. All right. There's no other questions. I'm gonna call it today. Like I say, if you want to learn the strategy, pretty much, you can just follow me, and it's easy to learn. And you'll be glad you did if you're chasing all these numbers trying to win. All right. So OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, be responsible. If you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky town. So like I always say, play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless.